Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is one of the other project vehicles that came in, right? So there's still a couple more that we're gonna go through. This is the 325 photo, belongs to a buddy of ours, and they are basically building the cup. So the car is currently running at this point, but they're building it up to how they want it, right? So this vehicle has only come into us basically for electrical work on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the electrical side of things. I'm gonna try and document as much as we can on it, right? We just want to get everything working the way it should be working. There's been a lot of cuts and joints, and we'll go through that now on the through the video, through the walkthrough. Uh, you'll see there's cuts and joints everywhere here. There is cuts and joints all over on the interior, right? So what our whole plan is, we're gonna lift dashboard up, take the seats out, lift the carpet up, so we can see what we're dealing with at the bottom. Once that is done, we can then see to what extent we need to do the harness repair on, right? So let's go through the vehicle quickly. Let's go through the vehicle quickly, and let me show you what we're going to tackle on this car, and then we're going to get everything working from there. I'm going to try and document as much as I can, but it's fairly hard because you're working in corners, you're working in crevices here, and to get a camera in there and document it while the guys are working, it is a bit tricky. But what I'll do is I'll try and explain to you as much as possible of what we've done, show you what we're going to be repairing, and so on like that. Let's go through it quickly. Okay, so we're gonna start from the front of the vehicle, right? So you can see it's a 325 body, 325 motor. It is a bit dirty and dusty. We're gonna have a clean when we're done, but we're not doing anything on the dress up. We're not doing anything of the sort there. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start here by the headlights. So you'll see there's wherever I can get this camera into. You can see there's a lot of cuts and joints here and there. Uh, Visible joints, and the harness looks dismal on that side there. So we're gonna start by the headlights. We're gonna work our way through, right? The one good thing on this guy is if you look at the harness, or the fuse box. The fuse box still looks fairly untouched at the bottom. So this here, you can see something is happening here. This is corrosion that has happened over the years. It's probably arced somewhere. What is this here? This is a black and yellow. So this here looks like it can be a starter line, a starter ignition. So we're gonna go through that, and if this is broken here, then we already know that they've MacGyvered the starter somewhere. So we're gonna start repairing on this here, get this here back to original. If you look at the harness here, the harness is fairly intact on the side here. We'll just see what this guy is, where this is broken up. Then if we move to the inside of the car, so we've had to pull the cubby out. So you can see this is clear joints here. We want to get rid of these funny joints because you can see they've tapped into here. This can cause some sort of interference. This here is the main battery, so I'm assuming that the alarm is running off here, but they've tapped again into here. So we want to get this here soldered up nicely. We want to use solder as much as possible. All these nuts, all these joints here, amen. Okay, so anyway, this is normal from what we gather on the E30 nowadays. Alarm box is wired in and chopped in wherever they can chop in again. All these joints here, we want to go through them. You can see here at the bottom here, there's insulation tape everywhere, right? So we're gonna start pulling through here, and it's easier for us to just pull the dashboard off, because if we're seeing this here now, I guarantee you that we're gonna be seeing crap behind the dash. So it's easier for us to pull the dash off and then go through there. Clean examples is the window switches. You can see they've given power here from somewhere else already. So windows probably didn't work before. This is actually the lock switch. Didn't work before, so they tapped in wherever they could. I'll actually just try and trace it very quickly to show you where they've tapped in. Then we're going to go through the doors. We're just going to give the window mechanisms a service. You can see they is rusty. They've been running dry over the years. I'm going to pull them all one by one, give them a nice service out. We're going to do that to all four doors, right? And the boot, okay, this is all his stuff here, so we're just going to go through it and see what needs to be assembled, because obviously that has to be assembled. We're just going to get the negative terminal. It's a nice thick cable, but the terminal itself is crappy. We're going to get that sorted out. Make sure that the booth light works, which is still in place here. The sensor is still here. so we can get that working properly. Again, go through the mechanisms. This is an example, right? This is an example, yeah, of where I can't even find out where they traced it. We're gonna have to pull out. So we would like to pull the dash out, go through it. This doesn't look too bad. This area doesn't look too bad. But there is insulation tapes, there is joints here. So we're gonna go through this guy nicely. But it's not, the side of the guy is not too bad, but it's easier for us just to pull everything out. Um, but that's this purple wire running, this purple joint is a clear example of what we can expect, and this is one of the contributing factors to causing havoc on wiring, where the guys just come, get power where they need to get power, get earth where they need to get earth, and patch from there. Let's come into the, so you can see here the trip meter is not working as well. We should most likely do that and get that guy working, and then we're basically going to go through the whole run on of just getting all the electrical working. So we'll start by, like I said, by the headlights, fog lights, indicators, make sure all of that is working. Then we're going to come through to the cabin, make sure that firstly all the dash instruments are working, right? So that's your cluster lights, your climate control lights, your OBC. There is no sensor running to the front. We'll leave the plug hanging there so the customer can fit that on later and get the sensor running to the front. Once all of that is working, make sure we're getting power in the correct places for the windows and the sunroof motor. Make sure they're running off the correct earth, so that you know the story that when you put your ignition off on the E30s and you open your door, you should have power running to your windows and to your sunroof. So get that system working. I just want to see if there's another plug that we're missing here. This plug is short here, but this is for the alarm speaker. So when you open your doors, then you get a beep sound. So we're gonna go through that. All right, I'm gonna see. We're gonna try and document, and it's very, like I told you, it's very hard, but we're gonna try and get it done and document as much as possible so we can teach you from there. What we are also gonna do is we're gonna try and break the wirings into certain aspects, and maybe teach you from there. So look, yes, let's just go through this here quickly, right? There's a whole lot of insulation tape here, right? And we just want to clean all these joints out nicely. Once we clean all those joints out nicely and you get your earths, you get strong earths, and you get not your power where you want to. When you get strong earths, strong clean earths, you'll actually see that it makes such a big difference to your lighting of the car. For example, your instrument cluster, your lights actually become brighter. So let's go through this guy here quickly. Then what we're gonna do is our next wiring challenge is gonna be on the 333. That's another car to go through by itself. But for now, let's just get this guy out of the way, and I'll try and take you through the process as far as possible. Okay, guys, again, like, subscribe, share our channel. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know where you need help. And again, this will fall under how to fix your E30, or this will actually fall under project. Sorry, because it's this is the technical, intricate items that I was telling you about. That there's certain things that you can do DIY by yourself, but when it comes to the harness itself, that's another ball game. So I'm not gonna call this a part of that season, right? Anyway, guys, let's go through this car. Let me know what you guys think.